Well, the next line on my script was to say, graduates, please be seated. Thanks for taking care of that. I appreciate it. Good day, everyone. On behalf of Arizona State University and Sun Devil Athletics, let me welcome you to the Sun Devil Athletics 2024 Stole Ceremony. My name is Tim Healy, and I am winding down my 26th season as the radio play-by-play broadcaster for Sun Devil football, men's basketball, and baseball, and it is my honor and pleasure to be here as your MC today as we honor nearly 120 graduating student athletes representing 20 different sports in the Sun Devil Athletics class of 2024. Now, over the past few years, those of us who care so deeply about Sun Devil Athletics have been thrilled by the athletic exploits and achievements of these talented young men and women who sit here before us today. But on this day, we gather here at Mullet Arena this afternoon to honor them for the greatest academic achievement of their young lives as they earn their degrees from Arizona State University. The graduates who are with us here today certainly have earned our praise and our congratulations for their jobs well done, but so too do the families, coaches, teammates, faculty and staff, and friends of our student-athlete graduates. They too deserve credit for the encouragement, the love, and the support that you, have provided them throughout their lives. We also want to take this opportunity to welcome all of those who are joining us virtually today via the Pac-12 live stream. For any and all of you who plan on posting about today's Stole ceremony on any social media platform, we ask that if you do so, please tag your post with the hashtag SunDevilsGraduate. It could be it's Graduate. It can be graduate or graduate, and either term applies on this special day. And also a quick reminder to our students and coaches, please stick around after today's ceremony to take team photos, and I think 5, 10, 20 years from now, you will be glad that you did. To begin our program today, it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Arizona State University's Vice President of Educational Outreach and Student Services. Please welcome Dr. Sharon Smith.
Good afternoon, graduates. On behalf of the faculty, staff at Arizona State University, I would like to welcome all of you to the Sun Devil Athletics Stole Ceremony for our graduating student athletes. Family and guests of our ASU graduates, we know how proud you are of your students and their accomplishments that they've achieved so far in their lives, and particularly graduating from Arizona State University. I would like to acknowledge our faculty, staff, and senior leaders who are here and played a significant role in supporting many of our student athletes who we're honoring today. So faculty, staff, senior leaders, coaches, I ask that you stand now and be recognized, because without this ceremony, it would not be possible without you. So please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. As a former student athlete who played tennis in college, that was many, many years ago. I'm not as quick with my backhand, as you can imagine. I know and understand firsthand the work, commitment, and perseverance it took for you graduates to sit here today as part of the graduating class of 2024. Being a student athlete, you are a leader, coach, mentor, friend, motivator, on and off the field, the court, the mat, and the sand, depending on your sport. Moreover, you are prepared to take those attributes and all that you've learned and gained as a Sun Devil into the world and making it a better place now and in the future. Again, Welcome to this day of celebration and recognition of our graduates. Congratulations, Sun Devils, class of 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. Outstanding teams, outstanding athletes, great performances, memorable moments, all go hand in hand in a major college athletic department, and Arizona State University had no shortage of moments, memories, and great performances in the 2023-2024 school year. Starting in the fall, when the Sun Devil Women's Triathlon Program established itself as an official U.S. government-inspected dynasty by winning its 7th consecutive national championship. While the ASU women's volleyball program made program history in 2023, as Pac-12 Coach of the Year, J.J. Van Niel led the Sun Devils to a 28-7 record, the 28 wins, the second most in program history, also leading them to ASU's first NCAA tournament berths in 8 years, and the school's first trip to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament since 1995. This past winter, Coach Zeke Jones' Arizona State wrestling team won the program's 24th all-time conference championship and posted its 4th consecutive top 7 national finish, while 125-pounder Richard Figueroa won the national championship in the 125-pound weight class. A couple of weeks after that, led by the performances of 14 All-Americans, the Sun Devil men's swimming team won their first team national championship. Setting 9 school records in the process. The following week, in early April, Sun Devil track and field brought home a national championship in the 4x400 relay, the first indoor relay title in Arizona State program history. So far this spring, Sun Devil men's golf won the final Pac-12 championship at Desert Forest Golf Club in Carefree, the program's first conference title since 2008, while Wen Yi Ding was named both the Pac-12 golfer and the Pac-12 freshman golfer of the year for 2023-24. Women's golf is about to make its 41st all-time NCAA regional appearance and its 31st in a row. Meantime, Sun Devil beach volleyball made history by earning the program's first ever NCAA tournament berth in 2024. While on the other side of that spectrum, Coach Sheila McInerney's Sun Devil women's tennis team made the NCAA tournament for a 36th consecutive year. And last but not least, I don't know how your weekend went, but mine was pretty darn good as I got to broadcast 2 of the most incredible victories in the history of the Sun Devil baseball program this past weekend. It has been quite a year, I would say, and I would hope you would agree. And what do you say we take a look at some of the highlights of Sun Devil athletics in the 2023-2024 school year?
Johnny Kulo coming to the wall to win the relay and the team national championship. Rattle scores! Rattle wins it for the Devils!
Good afternoon, Sun Devil friends, family, those with us today, and those joining us from around the world online. And congratulations, class of 2024. My name is Andrea Lohr, and I am the Associate Athletic Director for Academic and Student Development in Sun Devil Athletics. In Sun Devil Athletics, we challenge our student athletes to be champions in the classroom, sport, and life. Tim just shared some very impressive highlights of the athletic accomplishments of our student athletes. I am here today to speak of your academic success. The average cumulative GPA for all student athletes is a 3.34. This is an all-time high. 79% of our student athletes have a 3.0 or higher. 46% of our student athletes made the Dean's List, that's a 3.5 semester GPA or higher, and 13 teams posted a 3.5 or higher team GPA. Our women hold let's give them a round of applause. Our women have a 3.56 average cumulative GPA, and our men a 3.16. Two national measures of academic progress and graduation are the NCAA graduation success rate and the NCAA academic progress rate. This year, our student athletes achieved an all-time high graduation success rate of 93%, placing us in the top 3 of the Pac-12 conference. Our students once again posted a 995 average academic progress rate. A perfect score is 1,000. This is the highest overall average in the Pac-12 conference for the second consecutive year. And it is noteworthy to add that this is also the current highest overall average in the Big 12 conference. Another reflection of the success of our student athletes in the classroom is their receipt of national honors, awards, and recognition. 2 awards that require both academic excellence and athletic success are the Academic All-American and Pac-12 Scholar Athlete recognitions. ASU has 149 academic All-Americans, placing us second in the Pac-12 conference since 2000, and we will be moving into the Big 12 Conference in first place with the highest number of academic All-Americans all time. We have 43 Pac-12 Scholar Athletes to date, ranking second in the Pac-12 Conference. The last award I would like to mention is the NCAA Elite 90 Academic Recognition Award. The Elite 90 is presented to the student athlete with the highest cumulative GPA participating at the final site for each of the NCAA's 90 championships. This year, 3 ASU student athletes received the Elite 90 award, the highest number among Division I teams this academic year. Congratulations. In closing, I would like to share a few highlights specific to the class of 2024. Although the numbers I've presented so far are very impressive, you guys have a little bit more of an edge up here. When we looked at your GPA, the average cumulative GPA is a 3.41, with the women holding a 3.66 and the men a 3.18. 20 of our graduating class completed the Sun Devil Athletics Tip of the Fork Leadership Development Program. This program was created to identify our high-achieving student athletes and provide programming to help them become the transformative leaders of our future. We have 10 graduates amongst us from the prestigious Barrett Honors College, and we have 3 of our academic All-Americans with us today: Alex Colson, Mariana Archirocastriti, and Riggs Johnston. 4 of our Pac-12 Scholar Athletes are celebrating with us: Riggs Johnston, Lindsay Looney, Mariana Archirocastriti, and Gigi Gaspar. Congratulations, Sun Devils, on the significant accomplishment. Class of 2024, your discipline in the classroom and field the play has set the stage for success in life. Embrace your next journey with the same passion, grit, and integrity, and you will accomplish great things. Onward to victory.
Thanks, Andrea. You know, commencement week at a major college or university is always an exciting time of celebrating academic achievement. It's a time of new beginnings. Our graduates are about to begin exciting new chapters in their lives. But you know, it's also inevitably a time for saying goodbyes as these graduates will go off and follow their own paths in life. And in Sun Devil Athletics, we are saying goodbye this spring to a man who, for more than 3 decades, has devoted literally his entire adult life to Arizona State University athletics. First, as a football player on the Sun Devil football teams from 1991 to 93, coached by Larry Marmee and by the late Bruce Snyder. Followed by a long and distinguished career in Sun Devil athletics, eventually serving as the man in charge of ASU's Office of Student Athlete Development. And under his leadership, the academic performance and graduation rates of Arizona State student athletes have reached and continue to reach, as Andrea indicated, new heights of success as one of the top performing athletic departments academically in the Pac-12 and now moving on to the Big 12 as well. In recent years, he has served as Arizona State University's Deputy Athletic Director. And now, after nearly 3 decades of service to Sun Devil Athletics, he is retiring this month to be nearer to his family in the state of Colorado. Now, to say that we'll miss him makes me Captain Obvious for a day, but in particular, I will miss him because I go back with him about as long as anybody in this building. In fact, I was broadcasting the game on television when he made his ASU football debut in September of 1991, and I assume he never gets tired of me saying that in his debut game he returned a fumble 70 yards for a touchdown at, ironic enough, a future Big 12 rival of Arizona State, Oklahoma State University. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our keynote speaker today, my good friend and our esteemed colleague, Mr. Gene Boyd.
Thank you, Tim. And real quick here, if the Office of Student Athlete Development staff would stand up or raise your hand if you're already standing. Real quick, Office of Student Athlete Development staff, stand up, raise your hand. When Andrea talked about those incredible numbers on the screen, these are the individuals who are the shepherds of that work. They are the individuals who embrace the young people when they come to be student athletes here, to take over a little bit of a surrogate parent role for all the parents and families in the audience. And so their work is incredible and remains so. So thank you for all your work there. Wow, what a good-looking group of exceptional people, both on the floor here and in the audience today. And I actually have 2 roles to play today. First, as the Deputy Athletic Director, as Tim mentioned, I'd like to welcome you all to the annual Student Athlete Stole Ceremony. The student-athlete experience is a true balancing act at the highest level, and Sun Devil Athletics reveres every year. This is one of the most significant and joyous days on the calendar. This is the 8th year of this wonderful program being in existence and was the brainchild of our illustrious faculty athletic representative, Jeffrey, don't look down, look up, Dr. Jeffrey Wilson. He is a longtime faculty member in the W.P. Carey School of Business. And I think we have a slide on Jeffrey. Dr. Wilson, could you please join me on the stage real quick here? Professor Wilson doesn't like surprises, but this is an overdue one. Professor Wilson, on behalf of Sun Devil Athletics, we want to just give you our gratitude, express our gratitude for bringing this idea to us. Professor Wilson contacted the athletic director about 8 years ago and said, hey, instead of that silly little lunch that you do to acknowledge these graduates, why don't you do something more formal and befitting of what it is that these young men and women have accomplished? And so, Dr. Wilson, we would like to present you with a forever stole that you can put up on your wall. Thank you again for all that you've done. We appreciate you. Today, I also have the privilege of being our keynote speaker, but before I do that, just want to share a couple of words. First, I want to offer congratulations to the 149 student athletes who are graduating either this week or in the summer, one of them being my son, no less. As mentioned, there are 173 athletes who will graduate this year by the end of the summer, including the fall. And as a former student athlete myself and as father of one over the past 4 years, I'm keenly aware of what you all student athletes collectively have been challenged with and have overcome to arrive at this moment. Every single one of you all has a story. Every single one of you all has a story of where you have come from, what you have achieved to get to this moment, and where you're headed. Many of you would have graduated from high school during the middle of COVID. How many had to graduate during COVID out of high school? And you may not have had a ceremony, so take this all in over the next couple of days and the rest of this week. It is no small feat to graduate from college with a bachelor's degree. Less than 40%, 37.9% of the United States population has earned a bachelor's degree. And for those earning a master's, there's only about 13% of our country that does that ever. So take this in. This is no small feat. To the parents, grandparents, guardians, family members, and friends of those graduating, congratulations to you all as well in the audience here. We have heard the proverb that it takes a village. It takes a village, but I think in the time and place of our world that we're living in currently, unlike ever before, it truly takes a village, and you are that village as I'm looking at you. Student athletes, stand up. Stand up, everybody. Student athletes, stand up. Turn around and give your village a standing ovation for their support. Okay, now I'm switching roles into the keynote speaker. Since we started this program annually, again, over 8 years ago, we've invited a former student athlete to address the student athletes that are graduating and give them words of encouragement and wisdom moving forward. If I had a title for this speech, it would be Exceptional People, which you all are, exceptional people striving to become the best version of themselves, which you all are still doing, and impacting as many people as they can along the way. I'm going to do a little bit of storytelling to set up kind of the ending here where I'm going to give you all some words of encouragement. But I was born, Gene Boyd was born to an interracial couple in Inglewood, California in 1971. A black minister with my name, same name, I was named after him, and a white woman from Arkansas who became secretary of a large African-American church in South Central Los Angeles during that time period. Despite my father's religious affiliation, he left the family when I was 9 years old, so I became a product of a single-parent household. I saw him one time in person over the next 36 years before he died. At that time, we were living in the Carson, Compton, Long Beach area of Southern California, and I actually attended elementary and junior high school in Compton, California. Now, this was in the mid-'80s. You guys remember NWA, et cetera, with the parents in the stands. Anybody from Southern California know Compton, Long Beach area? I see some folks. Right? If you grew up in that environment, you were probably gang associated at least. And I'll just say it was an unstable environment to grow up in. But like all young people who are growing up in that age group, you want to fit in and belong. And as a biracial young fella, there's a slide that has some pictures of that young fella back in the day who looked white in that environment. I felt a constant pressure to prove myself. I was constantly being tested, and some of y'all can relate to this. I was the last picked for teams at recess, right? I felt a constant pressure to prove myself in that space and at that time. One of the best things that my mother did, though, was put my brother and I into youth basketball, football, baseball at the local park and recreation center down in that area. And by the way, my mother is my absolute hero. She has done it all for us. It was here on those fields, thank you. It was here on those fields and courts in Stevenson Park that I began to gain acceptance and self-esteem. As I look at our young athletes out here in front of me today, as I look at you all, can you all think back to that moment, kind of when you were maybe coming of age and you were, first time you won an event, first time you won a wrestling match, first time you won a race, first time that you were in water polo and you actually made a goal that ended the meet or you saved the goal, right? Think about that moment. that awareness that you were pretty darn good at what you're doing. Think about the first time when you were in a classroom environment, maybe the first time in college where you had to produce a speech or you had to produce a large paper or something like that, and you got an A+ on it, and you thought to yourself, yeah, I can do this. As the story goes, with my mother's influence and my village of support that we talked about, that came through mostly my church, I learned that believing in self, first and foremost, the power of education, and the vehicle of sport. Your sport is not the destination, right? For people who want to go to the Olympics or go to the professional leagues and all those kind of things, if that's the destination and it doesn't happen, where are you left, right? It's a vehicle to move you places and take you places that it could be transformative, as it has been for each of you to this point. I truly embraced my identity as a student athlete in high school. I was a high achiever in the classroom and in sports. I was a leader on a football team that won a CIF championship. For those who are in California, you know what that is. I was also one of the best 300-meter hurdlers in the state of California my senior year, although at state prelims I failed over the last hurdle and didn't qualify for the finals, right? So those things happen. But none of this produced a scholarship. And long story short, I ended up going to junior college. We didn't have enough money to pay for me to go to college at a 4-year school of my choice. Went to junior college, became the MVP as a defensive back, and then came to Arizona State. Never would I imagine 33 years later that I'd be in front of you all giving a keynote speech at the graduation here, okay? Why am I storytelling? Why am I talking about my life story in a very brief snippet for you all today as part of a graduation ceremony for student athletes, you ask? Because each of you have a story, as I started. Location, how and where you grew up, family dynamics. We've got a whole range here of people who maybe didn't grow up with their parents at all in their life to individuals who have not only their parents, but generations of family behind them and supporting them. Socioeconomic background, your spiritual background, all of these variables influence you, but they do not define you. We'll talk about that in a second. I had a moderately successful ASU career. Tim talked about that touchdown I scored. I scored 2 touchdowns actually in my career here. The second was against our rivals down south. We had beat them for the first time in 10 years. It was an unbelievable moment. As I get to the end zone, I'm kneeling down, saying a prayer and all these kind of things, and then there's a flag on the field on the 10-yard line, and it got called back. So like one of my most glorious moments as a football student athlete here was a play that got called back. That kind of sums up my moderately successful career. Graduated in history. I won't bother to tell you the GPA. I thought I would go back to maybe the area I grew up in and coach and teach. I even had a cup of coffee in the NFL with the New England Patriots. All these things were incredible opportunities, but someone during that time period saw something in me that they thought could be helpful here at Arizona State University, and I was hired to come back and work for my alma mater after that brief time in the NFL. There were 2 profound moments during this time period of my life transition as you all are entering a period of transition in your all's lives. Some of you all still have eligibility left and will come back and participate, but I really want you to think about this. There were 2 important moments in that transition. Number one, the resume and cover letter that I turned in to Sun Devil Athletics to work for them was something that the manager who was hiring called me and said, "Hey, Gene, are you really interested in this job?" I said, "Absolutely, I'm interested in this job." She said, come pick this piece of crap resume and cover letter up and rework it because it's not worthy of, you're not just going to walk through the door because you play your sport here, right? So that was a wake-up call for me. Secondly, as I got into the internship, I recognized that ASU's student-athlete graduation rates, in contrary to what you just saw up on the screen, were the worst in the Pac-12 at that time. And in fact, the African-American student-athletes graduation rate was under 30%. Think about that for a moment. I was motivated in that moment to do something, anything to impact that. As an intern, like you would think, there were a lot of menial tasks, copying, hand-delivering things to people and so forth. But as I started my master's degree program, I became feverishly interested in research of student development and tried to come up with ways to impact how we're developing our student athletes here at Arizona State. My first job was a life skills coordinator, which actually allowed me to teach resume writing, to teach interviewing skills, so that the student athletes coming behind me would not have the same kind of experience that I did. In 2001, I had the opportunity to become the football academic advisor for football. We immediately changed the culture by introducing a term, scholar baller, which we still use today, which combined with our coaches' culture development, improved the GPA from a 2.1 to a 2.6, and that GPA has gone through the roof since then. In 2003, I became Director of Student Athlete Development, which is Andrea Lohr's role, and we applied some of the same ideas we had in football to systematically begin to evaluate student athletes, provide top-notch academic support while helping them think about their future and where they were going therein. We had many wins, but many lessons as well during that time period. But we, over time, became known as one of the most progressive, innovative, and successful student-athlete development programs in the country. There's a couple slides that have charts that show during that time period when we started the work, graduation success rate was in the 60s and below, and we're at 93% today, and then the African-American one is right behind it. It shows the work that we put in together in order to absolutely dramatically shift that culture. So we're wrapping up here. How does this apply to you guys and gals, our student athletes who are graduating? The modern 2024 graduating student athlete. I, as you can discern, was some form of you. I came to ASU as an anxious and ambitious, insecure but strong-willed 19-year-old kid. But I left here as an empowered, curious agent for change and impact, right? These numbers are impactful. They weren't all my doing. In fact, it takes a team to get any of this kind of stuff done. But the ideas and the thoughts that we had about being adamant about moving the very thing that's at the core of our mission to a higher elevated place and space so you all can be experiencing this today is what we're committed to. I'll leave you all with a couple of points that I think are critical to you all writing your own story as a bestseller, your story, bestseller for you and your family. Number one, as stated, you're not defined by the variables in your background. You get to choose how you shape these variables for your benefit. Many of you have figured this out along the way in the past couple years, which is why you're here. Some of you are here in spite of the fact you might have been like me, who was more talented academically than I performed, but you're here today. So you get to choose how you shape the variables that you've been blessed with. 2, find ways to utilize what may have been seen as negative experiences in your time here and previous to being here into difference-making skills in your life. For me, for example, growing up in an insecure, unsafe environment, I taught myself at an early age to pay very close attention to people's body language, their words, and their intentions. Those became survival skills in the space that I was living in, but ultimately that has served me well in the work that I do now and will in the future. Utilize the wins, which are breakthroughs, right? These breakthrough moments that you've had in your life. Where's my man who won a national championship in wrestling? Up in the stands, right? That's a breakthrough moment in his life. Now, how are you going to multiply, duplicate, elevate that effort, right? So use the wins, which are breakthrough moments, and the lessons, failure and loss. We all experience that weekly, even daily, in some form, fashion, or another. Use the wins and lessons to continue to elevate into a better, ultimately best version of yourself. Be a truth seeker. You all, we live in a time and space where there is so much information that is being poured at you and that you all are connected to. Be a truth seeker. Seek to understand what the truth is at the bottom of everything that you're considering, and then respect your gifts and blessings and impact others. It multiplies your gifts and blessings. Important point here for everyone. Everybody look up. This is important. Research indicates that between the years of 22 and 29-year-olds, this is a Harvard study, research, between the years of 22 to 29, what you do with that time are the greatest predictors of your future quality of life. You are living in a space and time where your decisions day after day, hour after hour, will compound and create a life and a lifestyle in the future for you. This is the time, ladies and gentlemen, so take that very seriously as you make your decisions about moving forward. We're living in an era and time unlike any other. We need leaders who are negotiating what I call the noise. We need leaders who are negotiating the noise to step forward in our country and our world amidst chaotic circumstances. Whether you're going into medicine, education, politics, entrepreneurship, professional sports, use your platform to make our country and world a better place. And know this always, whether you were here for 1 semester, 1 year, 5 years, you are absolutely a Sun Devil for life. Congratulations, graduating class of 2024. Go Devils.
Thanks, Gene. Now, if I can, I'd like to direct your attention to the video screens as some recent Sun Devil Athletics graduates offer their words of congratulations for our 2024 graduating student athletes.
Hey Sun Devils. Hey Sun Devils. Ebony Panaho here, women's tennis 2016 graduate. Congratulations on reaching graduation day. Wishing you guys all the best for the future.
First off, I just want to say congratulations on your graduation. The best 4 years of your life have gone by, and you know all the hard work that you guys have put in and day out has finally come, you know, and it's all worth it. And I just hope you guys have a great day and finish out the year strong, because it is worth it at the end of the day. Everything that you guys have strived to do, it's all worth it.
The first thing I want to mention is just realizing that whether it's your teammates, coaches, or friends, now that you move into the next phase of your life, that your influence is never neutral. You can always be contributing or taking away, and I always like to lean towards contributing more joy and positivity and uplifting people in your lives. And also realizing that after completing this chapter of your life, you now are in a very, very unique set of individuals that hundreds and thousands and millions of people maybe thought they could do, but didn't complete all the way like you all have. And take pride in that, take acknowledgement in that, and understand that you have attributes and characteristics that dozens of people the rest of your life won't be able to understand.
I would just like to take this time to congratulate all the student athletes on graduation. It's a huge accomplishment, and you and your family should be very proud. I know I have a lot of friends in the mullet right now, and I just like to congratulate you guys and wish you the best of luck with all your future endeavors.
My best advice for you guys as you enter this next chapter of your life is to approach it with the same mindset that you approached your time as a Sun Devil athlete. You've learned to live and adapt to this lifestyle of hard work, self-accountability, drive, passion, building relationships with people around you guys. And I think if you apply that same mentality to whatever is next for you, whether you know what that is or not, you're going to be pleasantly surprised with how prepared you are for success.
I just wanted to give a huge congrats to the class of 2024. Now it's time to go chase your dreams, whether that's traveling the world, pursuing your dream job, playing your sport professionally, or whatever else it is. I'm rooting for you.
My biggest piece of advice for you all as you step into this next phase of life is to remember to take a breath and take some time for yourself. As student athletes, our lives are always go, go, go as you're running to class, running to practice, trying to get recovery, food, sleep in. It's a lot. And now as you move into the next phase of life, remember to take some time for yourself. While the real world is go, 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 there's also a lot of fun that you're going to miss if you don't take that time to breathe, look around you, and enjoy the beauty and freedom and the next phase.
Being a student athlete at the Power 5 level is not an easy lifestyle to live, and you all should be proud of where you're at today. My advice for you is to, number one, celebrate. It's not every day you graduate from college, and it deserves to be celebrated. Number two, utilize the resilient skills you develop through your sport, because they'll serve you no matter what you do. And last but not least, stay in touch. Stay in touch with your coaches, and stay in touch with your teammates, because relationships are everything.
I just wanted to congratulate the entire class of 2024 on a great 4 years. May you continue to have success in your future endeavors.
So excited that you have now graduated and you've become an alumni with us. It's such an honor to have gone to Arizona State, and you'll feel it. You'll feel the support. It is just beginning. Your life is now just beginning. The fun, I know everyone says it's over, but it's really just starting because of the community that we have as an alumni.
Congratulations, and go Devils.
Congratulations, and go Devils.
Forks up, Sun Devils for life.
Forks up.
Go Devils.
Go Devils.
And as always, go Devils.
Go Devils.
As always, go Devils.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, parents, staff, and fellow graduates. My name is Kate Fitzgerald, a graduating beach volleyball player.
I'm Gigi Gaspar, a graduating lacrosse player. And I'm Bella Gaspar, a graduating lacrosse player.
We are honored to be speaking to you today, representing the student-athlete body as your 2023-2024 SAC presidents. It's hard to believe that our senior year has come to a close so quickly. Years of hard work, perseverance, and dedication have brought us all to this final moment as Sun Devil student-athletes, and it's with a heart full of pride and gratitude that we stand before you today as we mark this significant milestone in our lives. First, congratulations to each and every one of our fellow graduates sitting here before us. For those who have been here since 2020, man, things have changed, and it's been a very unique 4, maybe 5 years that will never be replicated. When we arrived in Tempe, in circumstances far from the average college freshman, we had fully online course load, social distancing protocols, COVID testing, and it was truly an unprecedented time. Shortly after, NIL and transfer portal changes brought even more challenges as college athletes, but also brought even more opportunities. To look back and see how far we have come together as student athletes over our college athletic career is truly incredible. Over the years, each of us has embarked on a unique journey to reach this moment, overcoming obstacles and embracing opportunities along the way. It has been nothing short of incredible watching this class reach the pinnacle of their respective sports over the years. From national champions to record breakers to team growth, we look at all these accomplishments with amazing memories and happy hearts. Moving forward, please be proud of who you are and how you have changed throughout your college careers. Be proud of your teammates walking the stage with you, and be proud of the coaches, trainers, and SCA staff that had to put up with each one of us daily, but always stuck by our side. Our time as student athletes at ASU is drawing near and actually is now closing, but the memories we have made here in Tempe will last far beyond just these 4 years. Today, as we stand on the threshold of a new chapter, ready to face the challenges and seize the opportunities that lie ahead, please remember this phrase: luck is what happens when preparedness meets opportunity. We've made it. Now let's take a time to thank those who have prepared us for all those lucky moments throughout our career.
To all of the members of the Office of Student Athlete Development, academic coaches, and support staff, we could not have gotten here without your consistent support since we stepped foot on campus. Your passion for education and dedication to excellence have been the driving force behind our success. Whether it was planning our class time around practice, making sure we're passing all of our classes, or just being someone to listen to us complain about how difficult the upcoming exam we have is going to be, you truly lightened the load on all of us. To all of the coaches, athletic trainers, and strength coaches in the room, we thank you. Thank you for pushing us past our limits and demanding the best of us day in and day out. Your guidance, mentorship, and unwavering belief in our potential have shaped us not only as athletes, but as individuals. Thank you for being role models for us and for encouraging us no matter the circumstance. You have taught us the value of discipline, grit, and teamwork, instilling in us the confidence to push far beyond our limits and strive for greatness both on and off the court, field, ice, track, pool, and trails. To our families and friends, whose love and support have sustained us through all the ups and downs, words cannot begin to explain the eternal gratitude we have for you. Your encouragement, understanding, and enduring love have provided us the foundation for our lives. We would not be here if it weren't for all the sacrifices you've made since the very beginning. Driving us to and from practices, paying for all of our equipment and travel teams, and taking countless hours out of your lives, from the earliest of mornings to the latest of nights, to cheer us on every step of this unbelievable journey. Thank you for being our shoulder to cry on and the first people we run to with our greatest successes. There's no way that we could have made it here without you, and even though we don't say it nearly as often as we should, we love you, and we are so incredibly thankful for your endless support. Lastly, to all of our fellow student athletes sitting here with us today, as this chapter comes to a close, let us take a moment to celebrate the journey that has brought us to this point.
To our teammates who have become our second family. Throughout the countless hours of training, the nail-biting moments of competition, the heartbreaking defeats, and the amazing victories we have shared along the way. While we may no longer be wearing Sun Devils across our chests together, let us never forget the memories and friendships that have been created over the years. From the never-ending bus rides, planes, and lengthy travel days, to all the weeknight athlete meals, sitting in each other's company as we chatted about the crazy day or practice that we just had. The early morning lifts, the ice tub plunges, the 100-degree practices. I don't know how we managed, but we did. We'll miss it all, or at least most of it. In closing, fellow Sun Devils, as we say our goodbyes to Arizona State University, let us carry with us the lessons learned in our sport, in the classroom, and within our tight-knit community. Let the spirit of determination, resilience, and confidence that defines us as student athletes continue to guide us in the next chapter of our lives. As we embark on new paths, let us never forget the pride of wearing maroon and gold and the consistent support of our Sun Devil family. Congratulations, class of 2024. We did it. The newest Sun Devils for life. O2V
and forks up.
Nice. Let's go.
Thanks, Kate, Gigi, and Bella. Now to announce our Kajikawa Award winners, one of the most distinguished honors presented each year to graduating student athletes. Please welcome to the stage Arizona State Senior Associate Athletic Director and the Sun Devil Athletics Senior Women's Administrator, Christina Wambacher.
Thanks, Tim. Good afternoon. What a special day. It is my honor to present the Kachikawa Award winners for this year. Sun Devil Athletics selects the Kachikawa Award recipients based on demonstrated academic excellence, athletic accomplishment, community service, and leadership. This award is given annually to one male and one female graduating senior student athlete in recognition of his and her contributions to Arizona State University in honor of legendary Sun Devil, Bill Kachikawa. Coach K was called by many Mr. Sun Devil and coached at ASU for over 4 decades. He played football and baseball for ASU from 1933 to 1937. He earned his bachelor's, master's, and honorary law degrees from Arizona State. Not only was he a professor of physical education, he was the head basketball coach for 9 years, the head baseball coach for 10 years. Coach Kachikawa is in the Basketball Hall of Fame and ASU Hall of Distinction. The only time he left the university was to serve in the Army's 442nd Regimental Combat Team during World War II. This was the most decorated combat unit manned entirely by Japanese Americans. And now our first Kachikawa Award goes to Lindsay Looney of our women's swim team. Lindsay graduated in the spring of 2023, summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, with a minor in Family Human Development, recording a perfect 4.0 GPA. She is graduating this spring with a Master of Science in Family and Human Development. She made the Dean's List every semester at ASU, a GPA above a 3.5, earned the 2022 College Swimming and Diving Coaches Association of America First Team Scholar All-American, the 2023-24 Pac-12 Scholar Athlete of the Year, and the 2024 NCAA Elite 90 Award recipient. Athletically, Lindsay is the team co-captain, 3-time Pac-12 champion, 3-time All-American, and a member of the U.S. national team. In the community, Lindsay was the SAC representative of the swim team, ASU Empower Her member, Grace Community Church member, and 24/7 at ASU member, engaging in worship, community service, and volunteerism at the Ronald McDonald House of Phoenix and the Phoenix Dream Center. Because Lindsay is training at the Olympic Training Center, we'll excuse her absence today, and Coach Herbie Beam is going to accept the award on her behalf. Is there a video for Lindsay?
Hi everyone. It is an honor to be in front of all of you today. I apologize for not being able to make it there in person, as I am currently in Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Center. To all of the student athletes in the room, congratulations on all of your hard work, dedication, and commitment to your respective sport. It is an incredible feat to be a D1 collegiate athlete, so you all deserve a strong pat on the back and to celebrate your incredible accomplishments. To all of the staff and faculty, thank you for all of your support to us student athletes, as we would not be here in this position without all of your unwavering help through this journey. In regards to this award, it is an absolute privilege to be even mentioned in the same sentence as Dr. Bill Kajikawa. He is the epitome of what it means to be a Sun Devil, and he portrayed this through his 50+ years of service to his community, nation, and beyond. I accept this award with a heart full of gratitude and thankfulness, as I would not be here without each and every one of you in this room. Congratulations to you all, and thank you for helping me achieve my dreams. We are Sun Devils for life. Forks up.
Our next Kachikawa Award winner is men's golfer Riggs Johnston. Riggs graduated summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Management with a Sports Business Certificate, recording a perfect 4.0. He is currently pursuing a Master's of Leadership and Management. In 2023, he was a Pac-12 Scholar Athlete of the Year. In 2023, he was a CSC Academic All-American, two-time GCAA All-America Scholar, two-time Pac-12 Spring Academic Honor Roll. And on the golf course, Riggs finished third at the 2021 NCAA Championships, moved into the top 25 of the individual PGA Tour University rankings, holds over 20 top 20 finishes and 10 top 10 finishes, and most recently, he led the team to the 2024 Pac-12 Championship and was 2024 Pac-12 silver medalist. In the community, Riggs volunteered with Habitat for Humanity. I was told he almost single-handedly put a roof on by himself. So welcome Riggs Johnson to the stage. Congratulations.
First off, I want to thank ASU Athletics for choosing me for this award. For the past 5 years, I've been lucky enough to call myself a Sun Devil and be surrounded by many other students and athletes competing at the highest levels. This place has allowed me to go to practice every day and compete with and against some of the best players in the world, and I've been able to learn so much from it. There's a standard of excellence that comes with being a Sun Devil, and I feel grateful to be surrounded with those who live up to it and push me to be better every day. Sun Devil Athletics has provided me with so much support over these years, and I cannot thank them enough for giving me the opportunity to be at my best, both in my sport and in my academics. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be standing up here talking to you guys today. It gives me great pride to call myself a Sun Devil, and there's nothing more that I enjoy than seeing other Sun Devils that succeed as well. The community that we have built here as athletes is what makes the experience at ASU truly fulfilling. I verbally committed to come play at ASU as a sophomore in high school with very limited knowledge about what it was like to be a Sun Devil, but when I think back on it, I've made one of the best choices of my life this far. I hope that you all feel the same sitting here, and I want to congratulate you for your achievement as graduating a Sun Devil, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors. Thank you, and go Devils.
Thanks, Christina, and congratulations to both Lindsay and Riggs. Well-deserved honors. It is now time for us to recognize our 2024 graduating student athletes. Settle in, folks. It's about to happen now. Graduates, when you hear your name called, please make your way to the right side of the stage, and then you will walk across the stage to receive your stole from your head coach. And please be sure to stop for a photo op with your coach and for an individual photo right after as well. The presentations will be announced by Arizona State Associate Athletic Director Bill Kennedy and by ASU's Director of Student Athlete Academic Services and Data, Natalie Thakra.
Hello, everyone. To recognize our women's basketball graduates, please welcome head coach Natasha Adair. Margaret Besselink. Treasure Hunt. Jaden Simmons. Tynia Skinner. Isadora Souza. To recognize our men's basketball graduates, please welcome head coach Bobby Hurley. Alonzo Gaffney. Robert Hurley. Adam Miller. To recognize our water polo graduates, please welcome head coach Petra Party. Abigail Begg. Alba Olive Marty. Lutza Petavari. Marie Rudacious. Emily Van Zonneveld. To recognize our wrestling graduates, please welcome head coach Zeke Jones. Julian Klebo. Lou Fincher. Tristan Mascarinus. Tony Negron. Ricky Roberto. Colton Schultz. To recognize our beach volleyball graduates, please welcome head coach Kristen Rohr. Taryn Ames. Kate Fitzgerald. Lexi Sweeney. Ivy Weber. To recognize our swimming and diving graduates, please welcome head coach Herbie Beam. Molly Batchelor. Athena Clayson. Alexander Colson. Jade Folsky. Laura Garcia Marin. Jeremy Gronke. Julian Hill. Ashlyn Kirsch. Marta Loveberg. Zachary Lundgren. Katrina Marty. Aaron Milligan. Cameron Peel. Patrick Salmon. David Schlicht. Jackson Stallworth. Ellie Strom. To recognize our gymnastics graduates, please welcome assistant coach James Williams. Cassie Barbanente. Sarah Clark. Sky Harper. Jada Mangajas. Sienna Samily. Hannah Scharf. Anaya Smith. Emily White. To recognize our ice hockey graduates, please welcome Sport Administrator Graham Rossini. Brian Chambers. Benjamin Eckerly. Matthew Copperrood. Ryan O'Reilly. TJ Semptenfelter. Lucas Sillinger. Brandon Tabakin.
To recognize our graduates for football, please welcome head coach Kenny Dillingham. Xavion Alford. Elijah Badger. Coben Bourget. DeCarlos Brooks. Benjamin Coleman. Prince Dorba Kilgus. George Hart III. Caleb McCullough. Bryce Pierre. R.J. Reagan. Shamari Simmons. Melquan Stoville. Edward Woods. To recognize our graduates for soccer, please welcome assistant coach Ross Alexander.
Did you want to fix the mic?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Olivia Coleman. To recognize our graduates for women's lacrosse, please welcome head coach Taryn Van Thoth. Barrett Brookfield. Rose Davis. Catherine Dohig. Riley Foreman. Juliana Gaspar. Isabella Gaspar. Grace Lilla. Zoe Mazer. Flynn Murphy. Samantha Scott. Caitlin Skamas. Katie Valley. To recognize our graduates for softball, please welcome head coach Megan Bartlett. Deborah Jones. Alicia Denby. Sarah Kinch. Audrey LeClaire. Kayla Lissy. Mackenzie McFarlane. Mackenzie Osborne. Marissa Schold. To recognize our graduates for baseball, please welcome head coach Willie Bloomquist. Kevin Karstetter. Trey Newman. To recognize our graduates for women's tennis, please welcome head coach Sheila McInerney. Mariana R.G. Roccastrati. Rachel Hanford. Natasha Hill. To recognize our graduates for men's tennis, please welcome Associate Head Coach Dominic Catrone. Spencer Bachman. Jacob Bullard. Maxwell McKinnon. To recognize our graduates for volleyball, please welcome head coach J.G. Van Neal. Meadow Cooper. Shania Cromarty. Claire Jeter. Roberta Rabello. Jaden Ravensburg. Mary Schroll. To recognize our graduates for triathlon, please welcome head coach Cliff English. Catherine Clausen. Amber Slaybush. To recognize our graduates for men's and women's track and field, please welcome head coach Dion Miller. Denzel Fajan. Gamali Felix. Jasmine Hobson. Hunter Kaspschick. Lena LeBrun. Simba Makeda. Haley Rayburn. Momodou C.
What do you say we give it up one last time for the student athletes in the graduating class of 2024? And let me be the first to say to our graduates, welcome to the ASU alumni family. As we wind down our program, a quick anecdote, if I may, before we introduce our last speaker. I told this story, I think, at one of the first Stoll ceremonies about 7 or 8 years ago, but I think it bears repeating that in a previous lifetime, I was one time a television sportscaster in Dallas. And one night on the nightly sportscast, I was narrating highlights of a Dallas Cowboys-Philadelphia Eagles game. And back in the day, the Eagles had a barefooted place kicker from Texas A&M named Tony Franklin. And in one of the highlights, I just casually said, there's a field goal by former Aggie Tony Franklin, and went on and finished the highlight package. And then I got off the air and I got back into the office, and a gentleman called me on the phone after the news, and I picked up the phone and he said, "Sir, I just watched your show and you referred to Tony Franklin as a former Aggie." And I said, "Yes, sir." And I said, "Well, son, I'm here to tell you that he was perhaps a former student, but you're always an Aggie." And I think that's kind of the way we feel about these young people. You may go out into life as former students, but you are always a Sun Devil. You're Sun Devils for life. Now, to close out today's ceremony, trust me when I tell you that the man from whom you are about to hear and the message that he delivers are each worth the price of admission. It's my pleasure to welcome to the podium ASU's Associate Athletic Director of Inclusion and Championship Life. Please welcome Alonzo Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of Sun Devil Athletics, y'all show Tim Healy some love. Show him some love. Perhaps some 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, at some point when you began your journey at this dynamic institution, we welcomed you in some form of an orientation. And in that process, we talked about how we were going to support your beautiful sons and daughters, how we were going to live up to the dynamic notion of champions in the classroom, champions in sport, and champions in life. And today we are so glad that we made good on that promise, because as I'm looking at the beautiful maroon and gold, I'm seeing greatness. As I'm looking at the shining faces of that maroon and gold, I'm seeing the future. Despite not knowing what that future is, I know that this place prepared you for it. Y'all feel me on this, Sun Devils? And if your beautiful families were able to join you at that time, we told you that we were going to look out for your babies. Mom, did we do an okay job? I see you smiling. Happy early Mother's Day, by the way. Dads, did we do a good job, by the way? Our day is coming in June, no doubt, no doubt. But we very much know that as you look down and you see your son and or your daughter, that they are sitting there proud, chest out, beaming with ambition because of the love that you all have, the pouring in that you all have done in countless different kind of ways, the ultimate trust and confidence in an institution to help them grow intellectually, culturally, academically, athletically into the beautiful human beings that you sent to us. It is our tremendous honor to have played a small role in this certain journey. But the journey, you hear the term closing, but when something closes, something opens. And we reframe that here at Sun Devil Athletics as a Sun Devil for life. If you all are going to grad school, go handle that business. If you're going to entrepreneurial ventures, best of luck to you. If you're going on to continue your athletic career, then we wish you well in that. But if at any point in your journey you realize that I need to refresh, I need to regroup, I need to come back in some kind of capacity, whether it's formal grad school, seeking career opportunities, or to simply join with fellow Sun Devils as you cheer on your respective fellow student athletes and the ones who come after you. And so today I want to do a due diligence in saying special appreciation and thank you. I want to say a special thank you to the organizer of this event. Do y'all think this was a good event? I want to say a special appreciation to all the folks who have helped in some kind of capacity, small or large. But the outcome of this ceremony, and I believe it's fourth iteration under her leadership, if y'all could join me in a strong Sun Devil applause for the organizer of the Stoll ceremony, Ms. Zoe Esslinger. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for Zoe. In closing, I want to thank our dear, dear friend, one of our leaders, a person that embodies Sun Devil Athletics through and through. You not only heard that with his words, but with his day-to-day leadership. This individual embodies care and is the embodiment of the highest concern for the beautiful human being in front of him. He has shown that every day, every week for roughly almost 30 years. He served as our keynote speaker, but he also served as our deputy athletic director and fearless leaders for over decades. Y'all give it up for Mr. Gene Boyd. Y'all give it up. Yo, that SAC presentation, that was smooth. That was smooth. Did y'all see the way Kate come up here and set that stage? Did y'all see her? Kate, y'all give it up for Kate. And then Juliana came up and thanked the staff. Boy. And then Isabel came up and thanked you all. That was sharp. And I have no doubt that it wouldn't be, because SAC has been sharp for the past 3 or 4 years. Y'all give it up for Student Athletic Council. And lastly, I want to encourage all of you all to think about what is going to be your position and role with your Sun Devil Athletics going forward. On your card, there's a QR code, And as I'm talking, if I could have some of the media come up here, the picture takers, y'all come on up here. Picture takers, come on up. Marcos, where you at? Come on up. But right here on your card, everybody see it, the QR code? As soon as you get an opportunity, I want you to take a picture of this, and this is going to give you an opportunity to formally join the next phase of Sun Devil Athletics, which is to become a part of the letter winner. You all now are officially alum, or letter winners as we use it in our terminology. By clicking on this QR code and using a non-ASU email, you then become a part of the extended family and network that is our alumni base. We obviously want y'all to continue to be involved. Involvement looks many different kind of ways. It looks like attendance at games. It looks like coming back for homecoming. It looks like coming back for conversations with your teammates. It also has some financial invitations for you all to help build out Sun Devil Athletics. But as you can imagine, we're on a new era. We're in a new era of Sun Devil Athletics, and we want to embrace you all and bring you into the fold in a unique way that perhaps we haven't done as successfully we wanted to in the past. But always a Sun Devil. And the way you stay connected is by becoming a member of the letter winners. So what we're going to do is a final gesture. Families, you're more than welcome at the end of the program to meet your beautiful students out in the open area here. Student athletes, Zoe's going to instruct you all to come up on the stage for a picture. But in the meantime, on the count of 3, by a round of applause, I want y'all to feel comfortable. If you're comfortable, I want y'all to toss that joint. All right, I want y'all to toss that hat. So beautiful Sun Devils, if y'all could stand up. Beautiful Sun Devils, if y'all could stand up. I want y'all to give a round of applause to your beautiful families and parents, student athletes. Give it up for them. And then on the count of 1, beautiful families, y'all feel free to stand up. Feel free to stand up. Show some love to these beautiful student athletes. 2, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the graduating class of spring 2024. Beautiful Sun Devils. Y'all give it up. 3. Toss it up. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you guys so much. Zoe.